It's not gotten any better from an injury standpoint, my friends. Mario Gila out with a pulled back muscle in training. Angelo Andrade with a twisted ankle. Vulic with a pulled calf muscle. Panya with a double hernia. And we didn't do what we needed to do in the 3 games in between. Let's go. All right, my friends, welcome into episode 43. Get in. Yes, we're still top, but I think we pretty much cost ourselves the title. Now, the good news is it looks really good that we're going to make it into the Champions League, right? We need to be in third to do that. You see the extra spot here. I think I mentioned that at one point. Somebody asked me a question. I can't remember if I responded in the Discord or if it was in a video. But, you know, there's 34 games that we play here. And that means there's 6 games left. And we've got essentially a 12-point cushion between us and Utrecht. Now, we do play Utrecht. So, you know, that cushion could disappear. Ajax is a point behind us. AZ is a point behind them. It literally has come down to we've run out of players. We've run out of healthy, match-sharp, good players due to the injuries. That's just what it is. So this one, Vulic goes out with the what was it, the calf muscle. We got absolutely stomped by FC20. Now they're down in the relegation playoff. They were battling. It just wasn't very pretty, to be honest with you. Willem Twee, Vulic comes back, and then he comes on as a sub and then goes out. It was great. Like, I was just trying, it said he was good for like 45 or 60 minutes, and I played him for like 10, and he gets injured like 6 minutes in or whatever. It was crazy. We didn't really play good either. Now, Leopold's back, so he played a 7.1. Back line played pretty well, but the front line has been woeful. Carranza's form right now is 6.92 over the last 5, but, I mean, he did score against Emmen. We kind of bounced back, but prior to that, a 6.3 against Willem Twee, a 6.2 against FC Twente, and then, obviously, against Ajax, he's on a 7.0. So he just had a couple games of a dip, I guess. And then we bounced back against Emmen 3-0 and the 2-0 in the first half. Carranza gets one finally. I was kind of worried if he didn't score that he's going to officially be in a slump, but he comes in. Look at all 7s. We didn't have anybody with a less than a 6 that started. Obviously, Luis came in at the end because we're bringing him back from injury and played a 6.9. But it literally, like, we didn't lose Panya in the game. We lost him in what was it, training or something like that. Double hernia. So if you just look at the injury history, it's interesting because it says expected so far this season 116 and we got 52. So that's good. But if you see the graph here, right? Part of our good form is, we had some injuries, right, in October to February, but it wasn't all at once. And now it's like all at once. Look at the major. This isn't. Oh, I got to blue screen it. Is that better? Sure. There we go. We've had, 6 major injuries, all from the 28th of November to now. If you take that one out, 5 since the turn of the year, right? It's just been not fantastic. The average injuries in the league right now is 2, so we've got 6. It's just peaked at the wrong time, is what I feel like. So we just have to be able to slog through this and see how we get on. So down here, Andrade is going to be back in 6 to 12 days. Barak is going to be back in 2 to 4 weeks. So, call it 3 weeks. There'll be maybe 3 games left in the season. Gila's out for another 5 days, so he's going to miss this match. Vulic is out for another 4 days. He's going to miss this match. Panya is out 2 more weeks. Ratier is out till the summer. So we don't have anybody. I've had to call up Rodney Chion Aloy, who I know everybody loved the name, so he may make his debut today. He's improving a lot from a training standpoint. He's 16, but it's like I had hesitated in calling up, our 16-year-olds to be like, hey, you want to come be a body? But we don't have it. If we take Maleka out, okay, let's include Maleka. We have 1 midfield sub for 5 spots. Doesn't matter if they're on the wings or in the Christmas tree. Okay, Arend will give us the second one, but he's not very good right now. So striker, right? We got Carranza. Stassen is having to play as the shadow striker because Panya's out. I don't have another striker. I mean, we're rotating these three guys all in the same role. So we've called up Steinman that we all talked about, and like he's continued to be absolutely incredible. So the dream is against Feyenoord, we have a big lead, and in the second half, like the 75th minute, we could sub some of these guys on for debuts and to rest some folks. But it's been nervy. Center backs, we got Luis and Lewis Nielsen. And Pete Bayan and Maleka as a cover. Augustinson could slide over and we could play Veldman. So it looks like a more normal league now. I know I said that last time, but it's still true. So this is how we line up the Christmas tree. Shaq taking the deep line playmaker. Diaz taking the Mazzala. Hans has just been excellent all season. He was on a 7-2-9, a 7-1-8 in his last 5 with a goal. Continues to be really good, but that's how we line up. I like the ambition from Rodney and Steinman. They prefer the 8 and the 9. And we're going to give the 9. Are we going to give the 9 to the kid who's not? No, we're not. No, you can have the 29. You're going to work your way up to it, okay? I just love that, though. Like, yeah, I want the 9 jersey. Let's go. A win today, my friends, secures us at least Europa League 2, is what the press conference was asking. They're in pretty poor form. Other than the drop points to FC Twente, we are in pretty good form. But, of course, that doesn't mean anything. We're away to Feyenoord. I'm playing, again, mostly out of necessity with the Christmas tree, but also I'd rather have 3 midfielders and 2 attacking mids rather than 2 midfielders and 3 attacking mids. Stassen goes down a little easy there. They punt it long. Nielsen is there, but he goes right past him. Strand Larson does, but he's surrounded. We force a wild shot, and then he claps at himself. Ambitious. And yes, I got your comment, Marky. I apologize. I should maybe that's been the injury bad luck, is I haven't had the scarf up on the chair. That's never a penalty. Why does it? I want to skip options so bad. I'm gonna stop recording so we can skip it. Oh, it's not even. I thought the box would disappear. Of course, it's not a penalty. Give me the option to skip. Oh dearie, I just feel like that has happened a ton, and now we've lost all sound. Is it just me? Is it? Okay, my earbuds are still plugged. There it is. There it is. Al Luis picks up a yellow. They've got an injury. Oh, did he go in hard and ruin a guy's life? I'm good enough to get a yellow. Hopefully he didn't break his leg like they did, but you know, the other team did to Rautier. I'm gonna encourage. They like it. They like it. I mean, we are ahead of them in the table. Ajax has now hopped us because they're winning their game against FC Twente. But you know, we are away from home against good competition. Would it be disappointing, in your opinion, commenters, if we had the title, we had like a 2 or 3 point lead at one point earlier in the season, and we don't end up winning the title? Is that, at the end of the day, a disappointment, or is it an overperformance? I'm delighted. Keep it up, boys. We haven't conceded away from home against Feyenoord. This is good. Positive mentality. Alois to Stassen. Heads it back. Who's he going to find? Shaq. Okay, triangles. Oh, what vision! Pedro Diaz, left peg off of our right back that is either footed. That's why we signed him, because it makes him, you kind of don't know what he's going to do there on the wing. Oh, that was good. Just takes a touch, says no. Lives it up. Fine, I'll use my left peg, and then we'll just kind of curl it in. Far post. Diaz, unmarked, really. If he misses that, it's a crying shame. Ball over. Leopold punches. Okay. We got rid of it. Let's not give up a penalty, lads. Bazaur to Azarkan. Oh, that was a rifled shot from Jorgen Strand Larsen. That's okay. We're not down right now because of that shot. Sometimes you gotta give it. Is there anything that we could have done there? Okay, Nielsen's with him. Nielsen, he just kind of found that space in between the center backs and the deep line playmaker. We didn't mark him close enough. Crowd noise is broken. Oh, why? Give me a notification that my player is dying on the pitch. wants to stay on, but injury is jacking up his life. We'll slide Castillo in. No sense in losing Alois to some crazy injury. He's been great. I just talked him up, but we have enough injuries as it is, my friends. I don't want to risk it. It's not worth it. And Castillo, maybe he'll make some magic happen, right? He's been chomping at the bit. He's been, oh, put me in, coach. Our backline has been so, like, rotational that it just, I haven't had a chance. It's like, if we had, you know, Uis and Nielsen in all the time, then I'd feel a little more comfortable with putting in, like, a Castillo or Veldman, one or the other. But, you know, at one point, I think it was the game we lost against FC Twente, we had Shaq and Maleka playing center back. And it's like, again, I know I talk about Liverpool a lot because I'm a Liverpool fan, but it kind of felt like Liverpool. It's like, who's going to play center back pair today? And they've never played together, and it's natural that we get absolutely destroyed by that. So maybe he'll do something now. That's a long way of getting to that point. He's offside. I think it was close, though, from where the ball was played. I mean, he was definitely past the last man, but I don't think it's a goal. Go ahead and encourage while are we going to see a review? How close was it? Oh, he's standing next to the goalkeeper. Close though. Close. Yeah, I thought it was relatively close because the last defender was next to the ball. So, of course, now if we concede here, I'm going to be absolutely gutted. But I thought that was more on target than it was. Rifled shot goes over. No complaints from this guy. Hans is down from an exhaustion standpoint. But who are we going to bring in? Nobody. Stassen is on a 6.3, mate. You can't do that. I can't have you do that. Oh, dearie me. Yeah. Let's go. Let's let the young lad loose. Stassen's also our backup striker, so I kind of, you know, can't really afford to have him get, like, horrifically injured or something. We'll take Carranza off, and we'll bring Steinman on. What's Steinman got? In his debut, 4 minutes added on. Can he make the difference? Can you imagine the seeds? He's got nothing, but that's okay. They make their debut. We didn't. Well, I say we didn't lose anybody to injury. Let's see what's going on with Al Louise. I'm gonna say I'm happy. A 1-1 draw away from home at 5th place is fine. We're still very much in this. Easy, lads. It's a point. Now, again, like I said, we definitely dropped points when we couldn't really afford to. It's just a bruised knee. Okay, we're fine. All right. We have a 12-day break. Oh, 12 days. We're going to get Vulic, Gila, not Barak, but Andrade back in 12 days. Get in. We're going to have like almost a full bench. I mean, it's just a joke now. It's not that he's a starter, but come on. And of course, in the midst of all this, we get our youth intake, my friends. We don't have a Steinman in here by any means, but we do have a 1.5 star to kick off. Mohamed Haji. Okay, either footed wingback. Not bad, not bad. Again, 15, right? So obviously very aggressive and some physicals and needs to work on the technicals, but I like the either footedness. And if he reaches his potential, he could be a Veldman. Maybe more. Peter Honnet. Left-footed only, right back, inverted wing back, 3 determination, unambitious. Not so much. Aaron Zimmerman, 6'2" center back of average everything except 20 determination. Wow. And likes to bring the ball out of defense. Well, you know, he should learn how to dribble if he's gonna do that. One other 1-star already, Carlos Elshot. Not terrible. Really needs to, physicals or struggle mania. Needs to have a growth spurt. Temperamental, but also hardworking. So he's really hardworking, but, you know, sometimes he gets really upset. I don't know, kind of interesting. Nothing where I was like, oh, I have to stop and show you everything about this player. But, you know, they're all right. All right. It's your direct. Look at this, 66, 65, 65. 1 point between the top 3, which includes, I just want to point that out again, that includes us. without all of our big spending, minus the 2 players. But, like, it wasn't my spending. It's just spending that showed up. So, yeah, we look at this bet. We have, like, a half of, or, you know, what is that? Is that all in order? Yeah, 10/12ths of a bench, my friends. Now, Andrade can only go, like, 45 minutes, so we might throw him in at the end to get him, like, 3 minutes of match sharpness or whatever, but, you know, come on, lads, we can qualify for the European Champions Cup if we win here. If that's not motivation, then, I mean, technically we could do it the next game too, you know, like it, but we don't want to lose the Utrecht, right? I have faith in my players to see it through. We can put a dent in their ambitions. Let's go. They're 2-3-0 in their last 5. They're playing a 4-2-3-1. We're at their place. We're a little inconsistent. 2-2-1. Let's go, people. Gila takes the spot in the back line for Nielsen, because he's technically better at it than Nielsen, just from a, you know, a signing standpoint. And Nielsen's played a bunch, and he can cover for Aloise or the center backs, so gives us some coverage there. Not that Castillo's not coverage, but, you know, just try and rotate a little bit. And Gila's coming back from injury, so, oh dear. I mean, he was open, and then you just completely whiffed and gave the ball away to Kirk. Captain Kirk coming down the wings against Kishna, who's gonna let him cross it. It's fine. They're on top of us early. Diaz. Into a congested area, because that's how we're playing. Doesn't work. Reset, boys. It's okay. All right. That was a little hopeful, but it works out. Stassen has Aloise in space. Just run towards the end line, brother. You had room. You had room to run. Oh. I mean, it worked out. He still got to the spot, but it's like he ran right at the opposition, which is not what I wanted. And now we're going to concede. Oh my gosh, if they call that a penalty after all the non-penalties we've had, does this happen to you? Does this happen to you in your saves? Is the Eredivisie just like super VAR heavy all of the time? All of the time? Because it feels like it's all of the time. Hello? No penalty. What is that? I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking, but it just seems like a lot. Encourage, we're away from home. Some of them have liked it. I don't know. Sometimes you just go, am I crazy? Am I a crazy person? I mean, 0-0's not terrible, but they've had 7 shots with 3 on target. We've had 3 shots with nothing on target. Corners are even. They've fouled a bunch, though, so maybe we can get somebody sent off. I'm going to say I'm far from pleased. Kind of light a match. See what happens. A match or a fire? Apparently it was a match. I mean, I get it. We're up against the 4-2-3-1, so if we have the ball, we should do okay in the middle of the park. But when they've got it, they've got an advantage, especially with an inverted winger cutting in and a winger. So they, how many injuries? I knew as soon as I heard the sound stop, I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. What's he got now? Potential foot injury. He's probably broke his ankle out for the rest of the season. I'm gonna bring Nielsen in rather than Castillo. After all that, giving him a rest, but he got a 60-minute rest. Okay. What else do you want from me? Gustafsson. Okay, plays it forward. Nice. Stay with it, Nielsen. Oh, intercept that pass. Help your right back out. I definitely think Hans there could have helped out. Cover the man that's coming forward to get the ball. And then, yeah, Augustinson is on the wrong side. You know, he's not in between the goal and the player, or the ball and the player. He's on the far side. It's like, well, that generally doesn't seem like something that would work. Kishna is having a horrific look at what is happening to our squad. But the problem is, okay, let's say we go for it. Let's push an attacking player forward. Okay, I can put Stassen on the right as a relative winger. Okay. I mean, switch them. Diaz can go there, but he's not really a shadow striker. That's like not really his game. Hans can play there. He's slightly more a shadow striker. Right? We might as well go attacking. Kishna, I mean, look at the ratings. It's just terrible. I think we're gonna do something weird. All right, Andrade, what do you do? You poach. That's all you're really good for is poaching. Cool. You go be a poacher. Stassen is going to play the false 9, and Carranza is going to play the advanced forward with a shadow striker. Don't worry, we're not making it up as we go. Not in the least bit. We'll bring Vulic on because he's motivated. No, we won't. Because Hans is up here. Shoot. Sure. Go make a difference. Andrade's permanently nervous. Demand more. We might as well go very attacking and hoof it. You know, it's like I figured once I made all those changes we would get no highlights, and I was correct. That's disappointing. It's disappointing how it happened. I'm not disappointed we drew or lost, but like the fact that Hans didn't come help cover the guy that's running towards the ball when he had a defender helping him as well, and then Augustinson is on the wrong side of the player. That probably costs us the title, you'd think, right? That's what I would think. Alois is out for 4 to 5 weeks with a fractured toe. Of course he is. My friends, I think it makes sense to bring you back for AZ and PSV. AZ is in 3rd, PSV is in 7th. We'll do back-to-back. And if at that point we are completely out of the title chase, then we can kind of skip to the end of the season. But I think it makes sense to do it that way. If you've enjoyed this, do you agree with me that it's just the injuries that are hurting us? We had a very consistent 11, right? Back, look at this. All of these are slight injuries. We had one major injury and Nielsen with a hammy, but like the first half of the season was we picked our starting 11 and we could play the same 11 if we wanted to. And now it's just like, who's available today? Oh, you're out. Okay, plug you back in who just came back from injury. Oh, now that you're injured now, and like swapping all of the time. But that's just me. If you've enjoyed that, my friends, hit the like button and we'll see you in the next 2 games. See you.